Hello parents and students, this is the introduction video for Tuesday, April 14th. I want to fill you in on some things. I gave you your sheet to print off for today, and also I added to that a time schedule just as an example. I'd like you to realize that you can keep moving through the day. If they didn't finish something, you can keep going. Don't get stuck on something. Make sure that your day is, I want them to keep a love for learning, and even in the classroom we don't always finish everything. So, and there's some things today I have to warn you about. First of all, there's an exciting treehouse paragraph. The kids get to write again about making something, and so they're going to follow along and even get to begin writing that in their writing class. And of course the writing class is pretty short, just 10 or 12 minutes usually. But then their seat work is quite long. They need to do it neatly. And so if they don't finish, that's all right. I would not spend more than 10 minutes on it. That's just frustrating. So if they get it halfway done, but it's neat, that's what we're looking for. This is the page that we really want to be neat. Everything else is, it doesn't have to be perfectly neat, because when they're writing a paragraph, they're mostly thinking about how to get the words in the right order, the capitalization, the punctuation, and it's a lot to try to put being neat on top of that. So it needs to be legible. It shouldn't be so that you can't read it. But this is the page that really we want to be neat. But again, that's extra long today. So if they finish it halfway, spend 10 minutes on it, working very neatly, and that will be great. Remember on your videos, for example, in arithmetic, they're going to do, if they do the seat work side first, she usually goes over that in the video class before she's finished. But the back side is what they will be doing in class with her. So be sure they're working in class with her. They shouldn't get to the end of the day and have both sides empty. That means they just were zoning out during class. And same thing with the phonics. They should be doing it's kind of the opposite in phonics. They do the front side in class and then the back side for seat work. So, but if you're ever confused, remember it says it says down in the corner, it'll say classwork or seat work. So you'll kind of know which one. And this one for phonics today, they're going to want to listen and follow along very well in the class, because it is a little bit tricky, and so they need to pay close attention when she gets to this part. She'll do a review and then introducing, teaching some things that will help them on this page, and then she will get to this page, and that's about a 30-minute class. Now, when you do your reading, sometimes, of course, we're always reading out of the book, which is Growing Up Where Jesus Lived right now, and sometimes the words are quite big. And there's a word watch up here, but there'll also be other words that are large. So for this, 10 or 15 minutes, this is where you're going to need to be sitting down with them, which you used to do with their homework anyway. So now they're not having homework, but we're just having you do this. So we're not having them read it 3 times, and you can go ahead and help them, because in this book there are a lot of unfamiliar words like Aramaic and synagogue that they kind of stuck in there today especially. So you can help them with those big words. That will be great. So if you're sitting right down next to them, you'll be able to see that, and hopefully that way they can get through it in just 10 or 15 minutes. And it's always good if you discuss some of the questions at the end with them and see if they're understanding what they're reading. And today they will have a reading comprehension page, which looks like this: work before play. And this should not take longer than 10 minutes. Don't let them just get stuck on it or drag it out. If they read it on their own and they don't understand something on the back, then they just go through and read it themselves again and spend 10 minutes. And if they can't get all the questions, they can't get all the questions. But just it's to get them thinking about what they're reading. That's the main purpose of that. So I also want to let you know that when you take pictures for things that you're submitting, by the way, you're doing a great job getting things submitted to me. I appreciate that. I know it's hard work, and I know you're having questions about pages and things that get misplaced, and that's going to happen, and I totally understand that, and that's what I'm here for. So when the next packet comes home, I organize it a little bit differently, and I hope that will help you. I think when I organize things by weeks, and then we got a little off schedule, or something was a little wacky with a page belonging to 2 lessons, it was very confusing. So hopefully it'll be a little easier next time. And that pickup will be this Friday and Saturday. And that's just for 2 weeks worth of papers. And I kind of send home the activity sheets just extra. I'm not sure we'll be doing all of those. I just wanted you to have them so that just in case, because I'm kind of with the history and science, it's just kind of extra thrown in. And if they don't have time to do it in a day, that's fine. And I'm even reading it with them, because I just want them to hear me read and be able to follow along and not feel like they have to read it on their own. So and I tried to get into Headmaster today I was putting grades in, and it kept breaking down. So they were working on it today, and I have gotten a lot of grades entered there, but I don't think they've all been uploaded yet. Mrs. Fuller said there's a problem with that. So hopefully within the next day or two, they'll have that fixed, and you'll be able to start seeing your averages of what you're doing so far. Remember, the average in Edmodo is not going to be correct. And when you take pictures, I do have a little problem with 1 or 2 people with it showing up very light. It's like it's getting overly exposed. So just be sure that you're not setting the paper down on a dark countertop. Try to get it where the lighting will not make it overexposed. And let's see. I think that's everything. Again, we won't do history every day, and we won't do a reading comprehension page every day. But this week, I think we'll have 3 this week. Oh, and tests. You already did the phonics test Monday. I'm sorry that it fell on a Monday. And arithmetic and spelling will be Friday. I believe writing test this week will fall on Thursday. I will try to get a test schedule for you. Things are a little bit just still not in cement, and I hate to send home a schedule for the whole week and then have something change. So I'm still doing it day by day right now. I think that's the best way for us to do it. So have a good day. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you or your child. And students, do your best. The goal is to achieve something today. Do your best, and I want you to love learning. So don't let it frustrate you. Let me know if it does. Okay, bye.